Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome to another edition of This Week in Facebook Ad IQ Weekly Q&A. I gotta come up with a better name. That was just a made-up name on the spot. So, so I'm gonna just get everything going on this side so I can see your comments. Let me load up on the desktop, and then we can get rocking and rolling. All right, there I am. I can see myself. I'm gonna pull this over here, check myself out. All right, so I apologize for the delay in this. And I know we typically like to do this every Monday at 6, and I want to get on a regular schedule. And tonight just didn't happen. I was out at that time, so couldn't get on at 6, or at least get on in a meaningful way. So pushed it back 2 hours, and here we are. So I'm going to make a concerted effort next week and the week after to do this at 6 Eastern time every Monday, so at least people get in a routine, get on the same schedule and everything. So I sent out just email to the list and posted in a few other places. So I'm just going to give everyone a minute or so to chime in and get into the live video before I spend really a lot of time kind of diving in and stuff. So let's just give that a minute or so. All right. In case you're wondering, tonight we're going to talk about there's some cool third-party content tools that we can use to leverage third-party content for our paid media, and then some post-purchase retargeting stuff. So that's kind of the agenda for tonight, at least in terms of topics that I'll be talking about, and then obviously any questions that I can answer, I'll be more than happy to do those. And at the end of the day, if nobody hops on because I changed the time and it's 2 hours late and it's late in the evening, then I'll just talk about those two things and we'll call it a night. So either or, we'll talk about some stuff. All right. I made the mistake of doing a live earlier in the day. Which probably threw everything off. So, all right. Well, this is looking super promising. So I'll talk for a few minutes about some of the stuff I plan on talking about, and then if people don't join, then we'll just call this a recorded video and stick to next week for the live. So I know people like their schedules. Yeah, 2 people. All right. So let's see if we can break 2 people. That would be good, wouldn't it? So I'll just shoot this message off, and then we'll get started. And I'll kind of, like I said before, I'll just phrase this as a pre-recorded video that just happens to be doing live, and I'll talk about some stuff. And if you have a question, what's up, Dan? How's it going, man? I know because I changed the time on people last minute, so I didn't expect people to be waiting around for a weekly Q&A. So I'm just going to shoot this message, and then we'll hop into some stuff tonight. Okay. If you have any questions, you can feel free to put them in the comments and I'll answer them. Parsley left. Okay. All right, so we'll just get started right now. So I've been working on the course for a while now, but putting a lot of content together over the last few days, and so I thought it'd be cool to talk about some of the topics that we've been doing in the course, give everyone a sneak preview topic-wise, and bring some of the stuff that's going to be in the course to the group members exclusively. So there's kind of two areas that I think are pretty interesting and exciting and fun. The first of which is leveraging third-party content for your ads and for your organic social, and the second is post-purchase retargeting. And so on the first topic, and since there's only one person watching, and it's not really a big deal, I'm going to put my foot massager on because I don't care. So that's the challenge too of doing like Facebook Lives inside groups, is that if you're doing a personal profile, you get a lot more reach. When you do it in a group, it's a pretty limited environment, so it feels like talking to a wall sometimes. Luckily for us, this group has been pretty receptive, so most videos we do have a lot of people watching it. So one of the biggest challenges for most businesses on Facebook or on really any platform is coming up with a consistent stream of content, and for both your ads and for your organic social. And so what a lot of people result to is they can't afford to hire a content writer or a full-time blogger, and paying per blog can get expensive. So a lot of people end up just taking other people's content, copying and pasting it on their blog, and then doing a backlink to it. And which is fine, and that's a lot of people do that and it works, right? But there's more merit and credibility in the actual original source. And so if you take a Wall Street Journal article and you copy and paste it onto your blog, and then you run media behind it, driving traffic to your blog, you have less weight and less clout going to your blog than you would if you just drove traffic straight to the Wall Street Journal. And so a lot of people would think, well, how can I send traffic to the Wall Street Journal, but at the same time get all the benefits as if I sent it to my own website? And so there's a tool out there that lets us do that, which is really cool, called Sniply, SINP.ly. That's the URL. And so Sniply essentially allows you to take any article online, press a button in your Google Chrome, or drop it into their admin, their dashboard, and instantly add an overlay on top of it. And so you can add a call to action now on top of another person's website. So when I share it, and I share a Wall Street Journal article or a Business Insider article or an Inc. article, and you go to that article page or Digital Marketer, you're actually seeing on the bottom of it a call to action, which could be a visit my website. It could be an email opt-in for lead capture. It could be a single image graphic with a more like a banner graphic, driving traffic back to my website, driving people into an email opt-in. So really powerful stuff. The other added benefit is that I can pixel that page. So essentially I can pixel any website. So obviously I would never be able to pixel the Wall Street Journal. They wouldn't let me. But I can pixel this kind of iframe. And so when people go to this Wall Street Journal article, they're actually getting pixeled, which means that I can put them in a custom audience and I can retarget them. So now for my cold traffic to warm up audiences, we all know that sharing content and building rapport and warming those people up is really important before you pitch them. Now you can actually leverage already vetted content that's hot right now, trending right now, that already has a lot of lift. You can just take that article, snip it, and then drive traffic to that Sniply link. So you don't have to do guesswork anymore. You don't have to write a lot of blog posts and then drive traffic to those blogs. You can just see what's trending in your space right now. So for us with our Patriot Products brand, our Trump brand, every week we're able to see like what's the most controversial, hottest article right now that leans right. Let's pull it, let's snip it, and we'll share that link. And on that link, we'll have a call to action at the bottom to shop Trump collectibles at Patriot Products. And that was great for two reasons. One is every time we shared any type of organic traffic or any type of organic post, we got traffic to our website because people would go to the article, they'd read it, and a percent of those people would then go right to our product page. The other added benefit is that we started building audiences of people that are actually reading this content. So people that are actually clicking on these articles that we purposely ensured were controversial and divisive, so we knew people engaging with it on our side were probably hardcore conservatives. And it works for everything, right? Not just political pieces, but for startup drugs we do it, for my personal brand we do it, and build audiences of those people for two reasons. So one is now going forward, we can build lookalikes of those audiences and use those as sources to do any boost or pay traffic to future articles, because we know there's people most likely to read stuff and click through the articles. Two, it allows us to retarget those people to a product offer, to a service offer. And so instead of taking somebody that's totally cold and driving a cold prospect to a sales page, we're instead taking a really hot article, driving that cold prospect to a hot article on an authority site. It's going to be a lot cheaper for us to do a website click objective than a website conversion objective. Then people that actually read that and spend a certain amount of time on that page, we're then retargeting to a sales page. So we're adding an additional step to the process to vet traffic, to warm traffic up. So by the time we pitch them, our close rate's a lot higher, and our relevance score is higher, and all our metrics are higher and better with our media buy. So that's a really cool reason that we use Sniply, and why it's such a cool tool, and why we love using it for all of our brands. So again, that's Sniply, SINP.ly. And I'm seeing that my broadcast has been paused on my computer, but I don't know why, because it's fine on my desktop. Okay, I'm back. So yeah, so Sniply is the kind of tool of the night. I talked about it before in the group, just wanted to make sure I re-bring it up because I just did a module on it, just did a lesson on it in the course, and kind of went into detail on how to do it, how to set it up, how to do the call to actions, all that good stuff, how to pixel. And so I recommend that to anybody right now watching this, anybody in the group that's running media on Facebook. If you're any niche you're in, there's going to be authority sites that have great content. So instead of trying to come up with your own content and focusing on something you're not great at, you're not your core competency, leverage third-party sites, leverage authority sites. They get the benefit of the traffic, the brand recognition, you're sharing their stuff, but now you're pixeling it, you're being able to retarget on it. It's as if it's your own article on your own website. So definitely check out Sniply. So that's kind of the first point of the night. And as we go, now that people are actually starting to come in and watch, any questions, it's supposed to be a Q&A. I just happen to have topics that I can talk about while people come up with questions. So feel free to drop any questions that you might have in the comments below. So kind of the second thing I want to talk about, which is I actually just did a 45-minute video for part of the course yesterday on it, is post-purchase retargeting. And so I can actually probably show you, you can turn this around. So over there on the whiteboard is the whiteboarding session that I did yesterday for post-purchase retargeting. So I did, I really fleshed out the whiteboard and went pretty deep into the topic. And so the big point here is that kind of the average strategy for most Facebook advertisers is cold traffic, ad, retargeting, ad, sale. Maybe some crappy email sequence. And so that's kind of the path that most people follow for their ad strategy. And the problem with that strategy is it's at a minimum 5 times more expensive to acquire that first customer than it is to resell that customer. And so, the way I look at it is you do all this work, you put all this time and money into finally acquiring the customer, you defy the odds and you get somebody to buy from you. And then when you get to the easy part, which is cross-selling and upselling and maximizing profitability, you just don't do anything. Or you half-ass it and you just do a shitty email sequence. And so that's why I'm so passionate about post-purchase retargeting, and why I usually get tongue twisted on it because I get excited and I talk too fast on it. Is because one, it's really easy, and I love easy things. Two, it's something that a lot of people don't do, and I also love things that people don't do because there's less competition in that space. And three, it makes a lot of money. So all three of those things are things that I love, and I'm sure people watching right now are things that you love. And so what I really went through on this module, and I'm kind of giving away the farm a little bit here. I know Akbar is watching, and he's kind of a mentor of mine in coming up with this course and coaching model, and he probably wouldn't be a fan of me giving away too much stuff, but I'm gonna do it because I think I have so much content in this course that I could literally do an hour Facebook Live every other night for weeks, and there'll still be plenty of stuff in the course that you won't know anything about. So that's a good thing when you spend as much money a month on Facebook and live on the platform for years. Is there's just so much stuff to cover, and you can spend days on any one of these topics. So that being said, this is really valuable stuff, and I think by the time you're done with this video, you're gonna walk away with some really, really good action plans and implementable tips that'll help make your campaigns more money. So, and I'm just looking at the whiteboard just for reference to come back to make sure I'm giving you guys everything I gave in that actual lesson from the course. So when I look at post-purchase retargeting, I don't look at it just as maximizing profitability and increasing revenue. What I also look at it as is a way to develop more assets to increase my performance of my first touchpoint ads. And what I mean by that is there's certain elements that great cold ads have. So ads for that kind of new customer. There's elements that those ads have that help increase conversion rates, decrease CPAs, and increase AOVs. And a lot of those assets are things that we can get from our post-purchase retargeting. So not only with the post-purchase retargeting are we upselling, cross-selling, and increasing our revenue, but we're also able to develop more assets that we can then bring back to the top of the funnel for all those ads to make them more effective. And so what I break it down by is I look at what assets do I want and what actions do I want. So two categories. So assets that I want from my customers and my fans are testimonials, I want UGC, I want user-generated content, I want reviews, and I want feedback. So there's kind of the four things that I really want from my customers, from my new customers. Because those are all things that actually, when I show you my kind of funnel blueprint, which I gave away earlier today, of my core foundation for all my Facebook ads, user-generated content, testimonials, all of those things are used in my actual ad copy and creative. So they're really important, and they're not easy to get if you're not a huge business. So those are the assets that I want, and now actions that I want. What actions do I want from a customer? So what I want most of all is repeat purchase, right? I want them to buy again. I want them to buy more. I want them to tell a friend. Word of mouth is by far the most effective form of advertising. As a Facebook advertiser, I don't care. It's word of mouth. If there was a way for me to build a word of mouth marketing machine that I could put $1 in and automate, I mean, I would do it. Unfortunately, it's not that easy because it's so valuable and it takes so much effort to get somebody to talk about your brand in an authentic way. So I want repeat purchases, I want them to tell a friend, and I want to build goodwill and loyalty. So those are the three things. The fourth one, it kind of is a repeat purchase, but added on to that is I want to ascend the customer. So I want to take that customer who bought an entry level product, and I want to move them up the ladder in terms of what they're buying. So if they're buying my entry level product, I want to have them buy my high ticket product, my high margin product. I want to ascend their profit ascension. So I want to move them up the value ladder. So I don't want them to just buy again. I want them to buy more expensive products from me. So those are the four, kind of 3.5 actions I want. So I've got 4 assets I want and 3 actions that I want. So those are 7 to 8 things that I want accomplished, and I can accomplish it with my post-purchase retargeting. Okay? So what I broke it down by is I have 2 sequences. The first sequence is for my first-time buyers. So I have a unique sequence just for first-time buyers, and then I have a unique sequence for repeat customers, because those are 2 different types of people to me. The way I would treat a first-time customer is very different than the way I'm going to treat a repeat and loyal customer. the amount of value I'm going to give them, the personalization is going to be different. What I'm going to ask for is different. And so, so let's walk through, and if you missed the, you know what I might do? Here's what I'll do. I'm actually going to get out of my massage. I have this awesome Trumetic foot massager that I spent like $200 on that I use. I'm actually going to turn it off for you guys, and I'm going to walk over here and actually walk through the whiteboard with you, because that's what I want to do tonight with you guys. And I appreciate everyone hopping on. Now that we have 5 people in here and stuff, so let's let me do this. Let's hop in here. Let's get to work. Pull this back down. Let's get it in. Let's go like that. And you all just died. So, I apologize if anybody just got motion sick and just threw up for me dropping you on the ground. So, it was not intentional. That's what you get when you kind of live in the moment. So, all right, let's do this, guys. Let's do this. So here's. I hope you all can kind of see this. I know it's tough to. Let me flip this around so you guys can actually get in here. I didn't intend to do a whiteboarding session tonight, but it's really easiest when I'm talking about this stuff to actually show it to you. So, okay, so everything's facing the right way. And again, if you have questions while I'm doing this, pop a question down, let me know, and I'll answer it. So let's let me come over here. And so here's the 2 sequences. Let me just swipe down real quick because it's hard to tell where we are. Okay, so I think you guys can see everything, which is great. So here's the 2 sequences. So we have this top level sequence, which is for people that are first-time buyers. Down here, we have repeat purchases. Down here is another topic we'll talk about in a second. And what I'm giving you guys right now is, I literally spent 45 minutes yesterday recording this as just as one lesson out of like 35 inside my new Facebook ad course. So you're kind of getting a sneak peek. I'm actually going to show you, this is kind of the stuff you're going to get. And again, this is literally just one video, one module out of 30 plus, and I'm adding more and more daily. So it's going to be action packed. It's going to be packed with knowledge, just like this stuff that's going to make you more money. So, let's hop into this. So what we have here is a 4-step series with the goal here of accomplishing as many of these goals over here. And these goals over here, turn you real quick, are the assets and actions we talked about just a second ago. Let me turn you back around. So up here, let me come over this way and get in a frame. So what we have is, up here you have the average strategy. This is what everyone else is doing. They're doing ad, first time buy, some shitty emails. And that's kind of their funnel, their ad funnel. And this sucks because about 55 to 75% of their potential revenue is generated here. I did the numbers. This isn't exact science, but I looked at almost all my ad accounts, did some numbers, did some averages, and what I found is that about 45 to 25% of my revenue from paid media comes from post-purchase retargeting. So that means that if you're not doing post-purchase retargeting, you could be leaving, let's just say conservatively, 20%. So imagine if your business made an extra 20% a month top line revenue. And what's even cooler is that this revenue is actually way more profitable revenue. And why is that? So your CPA for acquiring a new customer is always going to be significantly higher than your CPA for cross-selling and upselling an existing customer. So for us, for Startup Drugs, for example, our average CPA for a new customer on cold traffic is around $18. Our CPA for our post-purchase campaigns is low single digits. We're talking $4 to $5, even lower sometimes. So obviously, the customer is spending about the same amount of money, sometimes more, but it's costing us about 75% less than it would to acquire the cold customer. So increased revenue, exponentially higher profitability. That's why we do post-purchase retargeting. So let's hop in here. I'm just going to check real quick because it's hard for me sometimes to see if there's any questions coming in on my phone. I don't see any, so that's good. All right, so let's get into this. Again, got any questions, just drop them below and we'll knock them out. So purchase number 1. What we have right here is a custom audience we build out. This custom audience is purchase event. So we're using the purchase event and we're excluding purchase events greater than one. So we build a second custom audience. That's another purchase event. But under that, when you're using advanced custom audiences, you can actually set a frequency amount. You can set a value amount. So you can do kind of segmentation on top of that. So we use that to say purchase event and then less than 2. Or we do another one greater than 1 and we exclude it. So that's how we set this up to ensure that we're only retargeting our first-time buyers and we're not retargeting everybody, if that makes sense. If you have any questions about the technicalities, just let me know and I'll do my best to answer them. So if somebody buys from us, within the next 2 days, they get a personal thank you video. So I recorded a personal video as a Startup Drugs founder, 30 seconds real quick, basically just thanking them for their business, making sure they know they can contact me with any questions, what to expect going forward, and I give them a special discount code in the video. I don't include a call to action, I don't include a link, it's just copy and video. And what's amazing is this video, while it has very, very small reach, because it's only existing customers, first-time customers, very small potential audience, I have an 8x return on ad spend on it without any links or any call to actions. And the organic engagement is off the charts. So my goal there was not to increase revenue or upsell right out the gate. It was purely to build goodwill and loyalty, one of the actions we want. It just happened to have a side effect of having direct sales, which was great. So that's ad number 1. Ad number 2, typically 7 days post first purchase, we'll do an upsell and a cross sell using dynamic product ads. If you have 1 or 2 products, you don't need to use dynamic product ads. You could potentially just whatever product they bought, just pitch the other product to them and give them a special deal as a customer. Number 3, we do a UGC request. So we'll ask them to actually submit a photo or a video with your product or service, some type of UGC that we can use, again, assets that we want for our first cold traffic ads. It's important with this ad to know your lead time. What you want to make sure you don't do is run that ad before they get the product. And I see a lot of businesses that'll send out review request emails before I actually get the product. And all that does is piss me off and cause customer service issues, because now I think, well, should I have gotten the product? They asked me for a review. Maybe I should have gotten it. Should I contact them? So you want to make sure you know your average lead time. Give yourself a buffer with that ad, with your emails, with everything, before you ask for UGC, before you ask for reviews. So we do UGC request. And then finally, after 30 days, we do a affiliate pitch. So we might try to get them into our affiliate program, our ambassador program, invite them into our kind of inner circle to promote our products. So that's typically the sequence we run for that first-time customer. Now what we do is we have another sequence for our repeat customers. So somebody that's made more than 1 purchase. So on their second purchase, we then hit them with a VIP invite plus reward. So we'll record a really personal video and kind of making them feel very, very special and exclusive. We'll give them, access to a VIP club that gives them special bonuses, perks, and privileges. We might give them access to a special product that's not available to the main public. We might just send them something that's special in addition. So that's a huge winner ad-wise for us. And then we'll do a testimonial request after that. And so you're probably saying, well, what's the difference between a review and a testimonial? Well, the way I look at it, a review is a lot less work. A review, somebody can just go to your click on that Yotpo link in an email, go and write 2 sentences and submit. It's pretty impersonal. It can be quickly done. A testimonial, in my opinion, is a thought-out video response typically, where somebody's actually sitting down in front of a camera, answering a series of questions and giving really, really great feedback for a minute plus. So a testimonial is much more labor-intensive. It's much more valuable than a review. And it's something that we only ask for from repeat customers, because they're our biggest champions. They're obviously having the best experience. They love our product more than most people. So we don't ask our first-time customers for testimonials. We ask our repeat customers for testimonials. That's important to keep in mind. Reviews. So here's the thing. Reviews, in my opinion, are a volume play. The more Yotpo reviews you have in your Shopify store, the better. You have 2,000 reviews, 10,000 reviews. That's great. Testimonials, in my opinion, are not a volume play. I think testimonials, having just a handful of very, very high quality video testimonials, goes a lot longer than having a ton of 5-star reviews. So that's why we segment it that way. So that's our second post-purchase retargeting campaign for our repeat buyers. And let's hop into the final thing. So down here you'll see this little stream, this little sequence. And so what this is anytime we launch a new product, a new service, a new offer, whatever it is, our first audience we hit with any traffic is our all-time buyers. So why start with cold traffic when you already have a group of people that have already bought your product before? That's going to be your least likely group to buy your new product and test it out. So we always run, anytime a new product we come out with, we run ads to our all-time buyers list out of the gate. Just like you're going to email them, we hit them with a new ad on Facebook. And we make it exclusive. So we're ensuring that we're not running that ad to everybody. We're only opening that offer to our existing buyers. So there's exclusivity, scarcity. We're hitting a lot of psychological triggers with that. So yeah, and this is something we also set as a lifetime budget campaign because it's a fixed group. We don't need to do a daily budget. We set a lifetime budget to ensure we hit everybody. We'll do a reach or link clicks objective. We don't need to optimize for website conversions. This group's already bought from us. We don't need Facebook to tell us who a good buyer is. And then we exclude buyers of the new product. So those are the three things that we do for our new offers, leveraging our existing buyers list. So, okay. So that's a little insight into our post-purchase retargeting funnel. I hope you enjoyed that. If you enjoyed that, that was a little snippet of just one video of one module inside my entire new ad course. So that's exciting for me because I know how much value is in just that whiteboard, just that picture. And we go into really good detail. It was a 45-minute video I did yesterday just on that whiteboard. So so that's what I got in post-purchase retargeting. We talked about Snipply earlier in the video in case you missed it. At this time, you know, I'm more than happy to answer any questions anybody's got watching right now. Whatever it is, doesn't have to be Facebook related. It can be anything. You know, earlier today we did I did a Facebook Live on comments to Messenger subscription using ManyChat, which seems to be a hot topic. So I actually showed everybody how to use ManyChat and their comments tool to actually link to any post or ad you're running or a live video like I did in the example and link it so when people comment on that post, they automatically get a personal message via Messenger from your brand page that if they reply to, they're opted into a sequence. And I showed an example of our Patriot Products page where we did a happy birthday Trump post that we ran from the 12th to the 14th with a $300 boost budget and got 6,000 comments on it. So we had about 20,000 likes, about I think 1,600 shares, and 5,800 or so comments. And so that means all 5,800 of those people that commented got a message from our Facebook page, and about 70% of those people replied, so they got subscribed. So we, you know, grew our messenger list to several thousand in a 2-day period without doing any additional work. So if we didn't do that, imagine that. So if we didn't use this tool, that post still would have been good. It would have gotten us engagement and sales, but we would have left, you know, 3,000 or so leads on the table, just free leads that we got from that post because we did this one little thing. So that's a huge, huge winner in terms of a Facebook ad strategy that everybody should be doing with all your posts, all your ads, all your lives. If it's from a brand page, associating that with a Facebook Messenger sequence, so you can build up a list and kind of get more value out of those people. Because typically the people that comment on a post are your most loyal and engaged potential buyers, other than obviously your buyers. So those are the greatest prospects, people that are already engaging with you. So that's another good strategy we talked about today that I highly recommend you guys go back and watch that video if you missed it. And if you have any questions about that, just you know, let me know in the comments below in this video, or just post them to the group, and I'll do my best to answer them. So that's all I have tonight. It's all like the content I got prepared for tonight. I'm more than happy to just kind of hang out here and chat, answer any questions, talk about any topics. If you have a topic you want me to talk about, post it in the comments. If you have a question you want me to answer, post it in the comments. If you just want me to stop talking and call it a night, you can let me know that too, and we'll more than happy to end the video and get back to work on the course. So that's totally up to you guys and girls, and whatever you want to do, I'm here for. So I'm more than happy to hang on for another 10 or 15 minutes and answer questions, talk about anything else. So, yeah, on that note, it doesn't look like we're going to get any additional questions or comments coming in, which is fine. At the end of the day, this is for you guys. It's not for me as much. So the Q&A is always open. So you can always ask questions in the future. That's a great question, Dustin. My goal is to have at least a soft launch by the middle or end of July. I recorded probably 10 plus hours so far of content. I have that's only about 33% of the total content, so I have a lot more content, but I'm kind of in a zone and I've just blocked out a lot of my schedule to knock that out. We're building out the entire membership site right now in the back end, and we're about to put up a waiting list page. So we'll have a landing page up that'll give you kind of a course outline. It'll give you an overview of what to expect. It'll give you some pricing information, and it'll allow you to join the waiting list. And what I'm thinking is doing some cool limited edition rollouts, where I think what I might do is kind of let 40 to 50 people into the course at a significantly reduced cost, and just to get their feedback, have them kind of jump in it, find things they'd like me to add more to, and just give me some general feedback on the course. So that's a plan of mine. So what I might do is kind of the first 50 people that sign up for the waiting list will get access to that significantly reduced price. We're also working with some badass affiliates. So we're putting together some really cool affiliate contests and prizes. We're going to have huge payouts as an affiliate. So if you're interested in promoting the product and promoting the course to your audience, let me know as well. I'd be more than happy to get information on our affiliate side of it. We want to really make it fun, and we want to reward our affiliates for selling the course. So it'll be coming out soon. At the end of the day, I want it to be out tomorrow, because there's so much value in here, and I put off doing a course for a very, very long time, while lots of people that I know don't know what they're talking about are putting courses out, charging people $1,000, and frankly, it's kind of BS. Other than like Ezra Firestone's course, Jason Horning has a really, really good course. Other than maybe 4 or 5 guys out there, most of those Facebook ad courses are total bullshit and are just repurposing canned content and not really diving into a lot of stuff. So for me, most of this course is actual strategies and actual case studies. It's going to actually show you the campaigns that I build. I'm going to show you over my shoulder how I build a campaign. I'm going to show you what worked about specific campaigns, from everything from launching Pat Flynn's 5-day course, digital course, to selling a physical product and doing $4.5 million in 3 months, to an e-commerce brand and selling apparel. So really hitting on a lot of areas. What I'm also thinking about doing, so beyond just the videos, we're also going to turn all the videos into PDFs, scripts. We're going to do some worksheets. I'm going to make some quizzes and surveys in there. Some kind of fill in the blank things where you can get templates. So all of that stuff is we're working on with the team. What I'm also thinking about doing is documenting the launch of the course and how I go about running the ads to build the course and sell the course as a bonus module that'll be added after you buy it. So the reason I had the idea of doing that is I've had several people in the last month and a half or so reach out to me who have Facebook ad courses, and they asked me if I would be able to run the Facebook ads for the course. And I turned them all down because I thought that was kind of crazy. It's like, hey man, you're telling people you're the Facebook ad expert and you're getting to pay you $1,000 or $500 for your course, but you're not confident enough in your Facebook ad skills to actually drive traffic to it. And so that got me thinking, well, how can I, kind of kill 2 birds with 1 stone and actually drive traffic to my course, but simultaneously show other people how to sell their course and market their course with Facebook ads. So that's something I'm thinking about doing. I think it'll be kind of an add-on to the course where you'll get it in addition, and then I'll be uploaded as it's completed. Plus, I'll do some kind of weekly lives with that segment of the group that can actually see over my shoulder and kind of follow my process through it. So that's something I'm planning on doing, and I'd love to get feedback on that. So yeah, that's the update on the course, Dustin. If there's any other questions about the course, anything else, let me know right now, and I'll kind of hang out for a few more minutes. I'll respond to some messages. But yeah, if there's any other questions, any other things you want to talk about, just let me know below. Okay. Cool. So that's what I got tonight. We'll call it an evening then. And like I said, any questions, comments, concerns, anything you want to talk about, post them in the group, post them as a comment here, and I'll get back to them tomorrow. Thanks, guys.